You think
Is that how
Logan
you
Paul
think
beat
judges score
Mayweather?
fights?
Logan Paul beat Mayweather, bro.
You think he genuinely beat Mayweather?
and
beat
your-
fucking
and your-
Mayweather at his own
and your
Hold on.
reason- and
We're
your
not
game,
absorbing
bro.
this right
Hold on, and
now.
your
We're not
reason-
absorbing this
hold on,
correctly
hold on.
right now.
His
Do
reason-
you
hold on,
understand
hold
what he's saying right now?
Yeah, I know what he's saying,
He's
but
saying, hold on, just
I'm
take a
trying to
step
tell
back.
you how he's
Relax, relax.
explaining it.
He's
Hold on,
saying
but-
Logan Paul beat
bro.
Mayweather. Motherfucker, hold on.
Jesus.
3, 2, 1, and we're live. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on another episode of Geezus. Your host, George Mora. Thank you guys for joining me back again on this episode. All right, yo, it's been a crazy ass fucking weekend. All right, if you don't already know what fucking happened, you don't even know what went down. I don't even know what to tell you. You fucking missed the fuck out, bro. It's the craziest fucking fight. Logan Paul versus Floyd motherfucking Mayweather. You know I've been talking about it for fucking months, and yo, it fucking finally happened. All right, I know I'm saying fuck a lot because, yo, somebody got fucked in that fight.
Who got
Right?
fucked?
Yay
The
or nay?
fans?
Yay or nay?
The
All right,
fans?
but anyways,
fucking fans.
yo, all right, we're definitely gonna touch on that. We're gonna probably also hit on what Jeff Bezos going to the fucking moon and shit. Yo, so much shit to talk about today. All right, but I have two great guests today that I've literally brought on. They are from the Fight Talk podcast. I got Jonathan Trejos and Gio. Yo, thank you guys for coming on.
Thanks
What
for
up,
having
what up,
us.
people?
Thanks
What up,
for
what up?
having
Yo,
us.
thank you for having me,
Yo,
bro.
what's up? Absolutely, guys.
This is
You know,
dope, bro. I love the setting, love everything about it, bro.
Yeah, nice vibe too, and everything with the apartment.
yeah, right. Yeah, yo, I don't know. I was just like, yo, I'm meant for this podcast stage, bro. I saw a lot of Joe Rogan, watched Impulsive, and I'm like, yo, I'm sitting down watching on my screen. I'm like, bro, I could do this shit.
You know, I looked at your content. I was like, yo, this is kind of like a Joe Rogan kind of vibe you're going for, right?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. This podcast, the Jesus Show podcast, anybody's watching already knows it's focused on lifestyle, entertainment, and growth, right? So pretty much the lifestyle, what we do, what we talk about, how we act, you know, usually probably dating, like investing, pretty much anything that has to do with just like a guy's lifestyle, like what we go through on a day to day, right? And then the whole entertainment part is, yo, what's trending? That Logan Paul versus Mayweather fight.
I mean, we got to talk about Logan Paul and Mayweather. That's
my
fucking
God, bro.
trending right now.
Always. Any UFC fight, you know, anything that really goes trending on YouTube.
Guy talk, right?
I'm talking about.
basically
Yeah, guy talk. Pretty much, literally
Just
guy
lifestyle and shit like that.
Exactly,
in general.
exactly. And
So
then,
you sexist, basically.
what?
You sexist.
I'm definitely 1,000% sexist, bro. I'm gonna get canceled for that. No, but yeah, there's that, and then there's also that growth aspect where it's like a lot of things that men aren't really willing to like own up to or like really talk about openly, like with their guys. Like I'm that person that's here to like talk about shit like that.
All right,
You
so
know what I'm
let's
saying?
talk about
Let's
it.
talk
So,
about
like,
it.
emotional shit, but that also
I'm
that
with
and
all
then
that,
investing.
man.
Again, like just pretty much, yo, it's a cool, chilled out fucking vibe, chilled out like everything. But anyways, I've been watching your show, and I was listening to the Fight Talk podcast. I see you guys literally growing on like Instagram very, very quickly. All right, so I definitely want to shout out. You guys have to watch them. You guys cover
Appreciate that, bro.
Yo, thanks,
every
bro. Appreciate
fight.
that. Yep.
And you guys are very, very active on the Instagram. You guys keep posting like almost like
Every
newsletters,
single day.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, so like I follow this account like Wall Street Bets, and they basically just like talk everything about stocks, the AMC, the GameStop, all the crypto, all this shit going on. And you guys are kind of like, I feel like that, like mimicking that page almost, but like in your own way, like with fight styles and shit. So
Yeah.
I find that really, really interesting. And then I see you guys always posting up a new podcast. I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers are active, bro.
We're a very opinionated podcast.
Yeah.
Like, we just throw a bunch of opinions, predictions, etc.
Yeah. So I get what you're saying with the Wall Street Bets. I follow them too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're very active right now. We restarted again, but we're trying to be as active because this is the Instagram
Yes.
game is like, yo, the most active wins, right?
Mhm.
I mean, we're taking it to other platforms too. We're taking it to TikTok. You're doing the YouTube thing as well.
Yeah, we're restarting this whole thing from scratch. Because we took some time off, but now
Yeah.
we're going hard, like you said.
So just to give the audience a little bit of feedback, right? Me and Jonathan, yo, we went to the same high school together, which is pretty crazy.
Who would have thought we would be
Yeah,
here?
who yo,
Me at your fucking living. Where am I? In your living room right now,
for real, yeah.
Fucking the same grade or some shit,
bro? How the fuck am I in George's living room right now,
Bro,
bro?
we
We never spoke to each other in high school. We never acknowledged each other.
Who wasn't the
That's
cool
not
one?
true.
Who wasn't the cool one?
He dated actually one of the girls that I was like cool with, or
And
like
then you
one of my
hated him ever
neighbors.
since then.
No, never.
Oh,
I don't even want to say her name. I don't even know.
It's all good. You can cut it out. You can cut it out. You can cut it out. It's cool.
No, but you basically you dated just one of the people that I used to hang out with.
Yeah.
You know Wilmar.
Yeah, I know.
You know Wilmar, yeah.
Serna, right?
Serna, yeah,
I know that one.
That's my fucking best friend, bro. So
Oh,
it's like,
yeah?
yeah.
Cool.
So it's like we
thought
never really engaged, but everybody in our high school knew each other.
We had a
Right?
lot of mutual friends.
Exactly. We had a lot of mutual friends. Exactly.
Have we ever acknowledged each other? I don't think ever, right? Like not even. I think this is our first interaction ever. But I've seen you a bunch
weird,
of.
right? How it is came about.
I want to say, yeah, but I feel like we've said what's up to each other. At least we said like, hi, what's up?
Yeah, we
'Cause-
probably gave each other a
yeah,
pound
probably
or
like a pound, but
something
never
that.
like really had like a real conversation or whatever. So I'm like, yo, like Instagram, like that algorithm shit just kind of has a way of bringing people together. And like we have this mutual, like, yo, we're both doing podcast shit. So I'm like, yo, I'm trying to reach out to anybody that has like a real passion. And I can see that they're really doing something. They're really pushing forward to it. And I'm like, yo, like that's what my platform is about. Like literally growth, right?
And
Like
that's
what
where
my brand's
that's where
about.
we're connecting right now.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly. So it's like, yo, it's amazing. What made you guys want to get started on this whole Fight Talk podcast? Because I know Gio right here. You just came. You just showed me on Instagram. You were doing tipsy
therapy. Yeah, but that
Tipsy
came after
therapy.
because we
Tipsy
had
therapy.
this Fight Talk podcast actually before that. You know.
Oh,
But
okay, really?
We wasn't taking that because it was like it was a whole pandemic shit. Everybody and their mother wanted to do a fucking podcast, right?
Yeah.
So it was kind of before that actually, right?
In the beginning, we started remote, so it started off really slow. You know, when you first start, you're kind of like, all right, how the fuck am I gonna speak? You know, like how am I gonna be natural? That's kind of like the struggle we had in the beginning of the
Yeah.
podcast, like making.
Did you guys ever have like that like test shoot, like where you would record, like maybe you would just record, but like you weren't really gonna use that content?
Nah,
we did it once we did like a
I think
like
that
a prequel of the
No,
Tipsy Therapy. We did some shit. Remember my
we
brother?
did some show. We had
that
some
was
shit
the one
called
time we did it.
Brews and Bros. That's what I
Brews and Bros?
Yeah, I had some shit called Brews and Bros and
That's
shit
his
that we
fucking
tried it
idea.
out. It was my idea. We tried it for one episode, and then I don't know what happened. Really, we just stick to the Fight Talk thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like the whole Fight Talk shit started. Like we love fights. I love fights. He love fights. We actually from a same. We go to the same boxing gym.
Yeah. So this is how it really
Oh,
started.
sure, you guys will both
We
box.
both
Yeah.
actually, we both boxed. We boxed before. You know, we boxed for a really long time. We have a lot of experience doing it. So we kind of were in the same gym, and we had a mutual friend, kind of like you and me had one. Except one of them were like, "Yo, you both want to do YouTube? Why don't you guys pair up?" Our boy Nate.
Yeah.
And so he got us paired up. We hit each other up, and that's how it got going, man.
Yeah, I explained to this guy Nate. I was like, "Yo, bro, I want to do a podcast. This and that. Like, what do you think?" He's like, "Yeah, it's a good idea." And then before I know it, he came out to me again and saying, "Yo, I know somebody that wants to do it with you." And then he put me on him.
That's fucking great, bro.
And you know, we have this thing right now, bro. Like we kind of bounce off of each other's ideas like so fluently right now that the content could come out like productive, but at the same time it's entertaining. Like it's funny sometimes the way we interact with each other. That took time, bro. Like when you have constantly like the same
you
co-host,
guys gotta have you get that connection, right?
it took
that
a while.
chemistry.
Yeah, it took a while though, because
It took a while.
Like we were like you say, like we know each other through mutual friends in the boxing gym, right? Like,
Yeah.
I for sure I said hi and bye to him a couple of times, you know, because I'm that type of guy.
No, we liked each other more back then.
Pretty much, bro. So I said hi and bye to him and shit like that. You know, we probably even had a conversation back then too.
I mean, y'all punch each other in the face. What the fuck?
I never sparred him.
No, we never sparred.
really?
We never
He
sparred.
always said not with him and pointed at me.
What?
Yeah,
He's lying. He's lying again. He's fucking around.
straight up, bro.
But you know what? You know what I was thinking, bro?
What's up?
Like, I think when we do get big enough, we should set up like a fucking kind of like YouTube boxing.
That would be nice.
Like a fucking event between you and
it's
me.
so
Later on,
fucking
though. By the
funny.
time I'm 40,
it's
bro.
so funny that y'all literally mentioned that because literally I'm in this whole mind state where this whole Logan Paul Mayweather shit just happened. I'm like, bro, like listen, like I'm about to start calling out some podcasters, bro. Like honestly, bro, like if I get to 1,000 like fucking subscribers, bro, I'm gonna start calling out some podcasters, bro.
Don't call out
For
some
real,
fight podcasters because most likely people that do
care,
fight
bro.
podcasts they fight.
Definitely not the.
Oh, I
mean, you do-
I don't care if they fight, bro.
What do you do though? You do jujitsu? You
I do.
some
I
sort
do
of combat?
jujitsu.
I did jiu-jitsu for like a few months.
I
bro.
did boxing. I did Muay Thai.
Muay Thai too, I did it too.
Yeah, I've done more. I'm way more skilled at jiu-jitsu than I am in boxing or Muay Thai or
What kind
kickboxing.
of belt are you? If you mind me asking.
Blue
Blue
belt. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're
no,
good.
no. I
bro.
took it very seriously
You're
for
fucking
like
good. Yeah,
a whole
for sure.
fucking year and a
Yeah,
half.
he'll choke you the fuck out right
Blue
now. bro.
belt is it's a big
Yeah,
deal.
he's good. Yeah.
Blue belt's a big fucking big deal.
Yeah,
I mean, like
because when you're white, you gotta.
it means you have strong fundamentals.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
That's really what it means.
I
it
think
means
more than that. A little more. Yeah.
like it's like
Considering how long it takes to get to a black belt, yeah, it is. You could call it at fundamentals, but
Exactly, yeah.
but like somebody that's starting a blue belt for me will be like, yeah, he's motherfucker.
like I can keep up with MMA fighters.
I really never liked the gi shit.
In the ground game. Like I probably outshine them a little more on the ground. Like just because MMA fighters, they have to literally train like everything that they lack a lot of the ground game, the jiu-jitsu. Okay, and they focus a lot more on the stand-up.
So your strength is jiu-jitsu. What's your
jiu-jitsu is no joke, bro.
What's your weakness?
Wrestling.
I feel like with jiu-jitsu, you can kind of like have an edge.
So basically, like when they teach you jiu-jitsu, you're really more focused on the ground, like starting from the ground, than really taking somebody down. So my wrestling is really limited to like single leg takedowns. Plus, I'm a smaller guy, so like, and I'm obviously not built. So it's like
wrestling is like the most important thing. To be honest with you, I think so because that's basically like the middle ground, like right
there. Yeah, but also like self defense takedowns and all this shit. Like you can get really good at like like defending takedowns.
Have you ever implemented it in the streets?
In the streets?
Yep.
Oh hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, how many times?
Hell yeah, bro. Not that many. You
having fights in the streets right now, bro?
Who?
You fighting in the streets?
No, I don't go around like fighting in the streets.
But like picking out fights in the streets or anything.
Yeah, no, yeah, I have. I definitely have. Yeah. So basically, all right, my mixed martial arts background. I started Taekwondo, right? So I started kicking first. Then I went to jiu-jitsu. I started with the things that I thought I would be most uncomfortable with.
That's dope though. Right? Like taekwondo shit.
Yeah, because I was like, I could do boxing, but I'm like,
kid type of shit taekwondo, right? Or like you're old enough to. Older.
Basically, dude, I was like, once I started as a white belt, like I was already sparring with black belts, type shit. And
in
like
taekwondo.
In taekwondo,
I don't like honestly. I better say like the most. When it comes to like belts, like white, black, and shit like that, the most respect I give to is in jiu-jitsu. I don't like taekwondo.
I feel like that would make you progress a lot quicker, right?
It really depends on who's training you, right? Like I have an immense amount of respect for like I've seen all my coaches and shit, and like the one I go to, like I know he takes it very fucking seriously. Like he doesn't care if you just show up. Like he wants you to actually level up, like but at your pace as an individual.
I got your reason why I'm saying that because I've seen videos and shit like that where you have like a woman or a guy in like a black belt and shit, and they're teaching some shit, and I'm watching them teach some shit on YouTube, and I'm like, oh god.
I would say I definitely agree that like people that do taekwondo, or at least from my experience, are a lot more timid to like fight than like if you were to take up like if you were to be in a boxing gym.
What builds up the most confidence you think?
What?
I think boxing has to be one of them, no?
I think
sure. I think boxing
is one of them.
Yes. Yeah, boxing definitely has to build most confidence. And then I think jiu-jitsu. I think immediately jiu-jitsu.
It has to be Muay Thai too, though.
I mean, boxing, whatever, it's like it's stand up. We're talking about stand up and ground game. Yeah. I think standing up, it's getting punched.
I love.
But then again, bro, like, have you ever been kicked in the face?
No,
it hurts more.
It hurts more, bro, and it's a lot more scary than getting punched in the face.
I've never been kicked in the face, but I've heard about it.
What I will tell you though is getting punched before you've ever been punched in the face. It's a lot more of a scarier feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like not knowing what it feels like to get punched in the face is scary. But once you get through it, to me, I'm good with getting punched in the face. Like I'm a notoriously known like for me, I always tell this to everybody. I probably always make a joke about it, but I have a big ass nose, right? Yeah. So I was always scared. One shot
target, bro,
is gonna break this motherfucking nose, and I'm gonna start leaking because I'm already.
What are you talking about?
You gotta move your head, bro. You gotta move your head, though.
No, well, so my thing wasn't even more about moving my head. My thing was also about like keeping your chin tucked and keeping your fucking forehead out.
That
right?
too.
That way they can fucking jam
bro. With a nose like that, you probably
forehead.
break my hand, bro.
Right? This fucking guy. No, but yeah, so yeah, my thing, that's pretty much my background. I definitely started doing the most uncomfortable things first, and then I worked my way towards boxing. I definitely like doing boxing a lot more as like exercise, but jiu-jitsu, bro, it's more of like this just puzzly mind game, like very weird, real quick, very like fucking like tired, very uncomfortable, just like also like the confidence you build up because like you can flip over, like I've flipped over like 200-pound guys with, you know what I'm saying, like that have really good wrestling background. I try to explain
that to people. I try to play like jiu-jitsu saves lives.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Wrestling.
And most street fights go to the ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most street fights go to the ground.
True. And then guess who who wins when it comes to the ground? People with jiu-jitsu, let's say, as opposed to somebody with boxing or
so
Muay Thai.
It's really clear that the most advantageous like type of combat is the wrestlers. 100%.
I think versus because I don't know. I feel like it's middle ground.
That's the argument that they say in MMA mostly, that the most effective type of combat to learn is wrestling.
Yes, I have heard that a lot too.
Do you agree with that? Or
so that's my thing, bro. Is I don't think that's the most effective. I think
street fight.
I think yeah. No, not even in
because in MMA. No, in
MMA,
you go wrestle them and just win the round like that. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
but in a street fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In a street fight, you're going to wrestle them to the ground. And guess
But my thing is, how many of these big UFC fighters, all these big names, like their self-defense takedowns are just like great. You know what I'm saying?
Francis Ngannou, for example. Now it's gotten a lot better than what it was in the. That's
his last fight he did show that.
That's what he showed in the first fight.
Before that, he was like not good at all. If that's what you're trying to say, not at all.
Like are you talking about like his wrestling or like his self-defense wrestling?
His self-defense wrestling, like what you're talking about.
Yeah, talking about takedown defense. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, takeout defense. Yes.
Yeah, takedown defense. Yeah, that's what he was talking about, right?
Yes.
That's the thing that he implemented in the second fight that allowed him to win the fight against Stipe.
And my thing is, I don't think it's not too hard to learn that though. You know what I'm saying? Like the self-defense takedown.
But when you're doing it against these people that do this for a living type of shit, like, you know?
I mean, yeah, but he's also doing it at that level. You know what I'm saying?
Not the takedown defense. He just, but now
he's fighting at that level. He's competing against these other guys. He's fighting at that level,
but I'm saying when he's fighting people, Francis Ngannou is not the type to take it to the ground right away. You know, he's more like he'll knock you the fuck out.
Exactly.
Shit, right? So he really didn't care for that. He felt like he didn't need it.
Yeah,
right?
He learned in the first fight that he had to actually.
Exactly. So he was kind of ignoring.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
Those fundamentals, and that's the point I'm trying to make. I'm like, the fundamentals are good to learn, but you don't need to be an expert. You don't need to be a Ben Askren or a Khabib. You know what I'm saying? Like those guys like focus on that.
Yo, but how do you feel like right now in the room right now, being the one that can fuck us both up right now with that jiu-jitsu? Because jiu-jitsu is no joke, bro.
I mean, it depends also how much you know of what we know. You know,
that's true.
We could be a better boxer than what he is jiu-jitsu, or vice versa.
Wait, hold up. Do you know any jiu-jitsu?
I don't know any jiu-jitsu.
Then I believe I can fuck you up, bro.
Right. You believe you can fuck me up?
All right. Did you guys watch my first spar clip?
No.
You didn't watch my first spar clip?
Nah.
Fuck. All right. I posted on my Instagram if you guys want to see.
How much? Okay.
I'm actually gonna go look at it.
Yeah, it's literally the first time I stepped into an MMA into Striking 101. I'm gonna shout them out because I fucking love them. Right? They taught me all my stand up game. Right? And they have fucking killers, bro. Like I brought them on the podcast. Like they know how to fight.
Like killer striking.
Like striking. And that
don't mean shit.
Yes. And they fuck me up. Jiu-jitsu. But that don't mean shit when it goes down to the ground. And I have the video.
What level boxers are they? What level boxers?
The guy that I sparred with is a fucking champion. He's a champion.
What do you mean? What kind of champion? Like what? Golden gloves or like?
Tell people, bro.
Muay Thai. I'll pull up his Instagram. That way.
Is he a boxer or like who is he?
Bro.
No. He's a Muay Thai fighter, but he's fucking great in boxing too.
One of those fucking martial arts that you have to go and do, bro. You have to, bro. Because if you fighting an experienced boxer,
I think it depends how much you know of each.
No. You know. I think
it depends how much he knows of jiu-jitsu and how much I know of boxing. I think it comes down to that. All right.
If you do not catch him on the way in, you're pretty much done.
Yeah, that's literally. I mean, even if you do catch me, I know how to take a hit.
What do you mean? Hold on. What do you mean?
If this man could take a hit, right?
If he's got a chin,
right? Or if you don't catch him and he grabs you, you're pretty much done.
You think so?
100%.
Where would you grab me?
I'll put money.
Where would you grab me?
What do you mean where I grab you?
Like where would you grab?
I'll go for the straight single leg, bro. I'll just go for a single leg. Okay. What are you gonna do? Knee me? Do you know how to knee me?
An arm, a leg?
Wait, do you know anything about kicking either?
I mean, I could kick a soccer ball. I don't know how. I don't know how that applies to Muay Thai.
So it's just boxing that you know?
Yeah, just know boxing. Yeah, like me personally,
I did some jiu-jitsu, bro.
What kind of combat I know what to do? Yeah. It's just boxing.
It's just boxing. Bro, yeah. So my thing is so if there was no rules and you just had boxing and like I think I'd be very confident, take you down to the ground and just literally have my way.
I'm also confident that I would like land a good one before you do that.
Okay, and I'm confident that he would.
Which would be great.
How good is your chin?
What?
How good is your chin?
I think it's decent. I think it's good. I've taken some hard shots, bro.
Fellas, are we promoting a fight right now? Are we promoting a fight right now? Just say.
Wait, you're willing to do MMA?
He's both. Shit about
We're gonna do. We'll do MMA. We'll do MMA and we'll do boxing. How about that?
We could. I know.
I'm fucking around. Bro.
I would do boxing.
Fucking around.
I would get my ass beat in boxing. Like if it was just boxing, I'd probably get my ass beat. But
we're talking about a street fight.
Yeah, but if it was like a street fight or MMA ring or whatever. Yeah, no, I could. Actually, that's true. You also don't know how to kick, bro.
I mean,
Do you know how to defend
No,
kicks?
I can
saying-
kick a soccer ball.
I'm saying you
I'll tell
doing
you
Muay Thai, you know how to defend yourself in boxing because
Bro,
You know
like-
Muay Thai too?
Yeah, bro. Like
You know Muay Thai too?
Yeah, bro.
When
Like,
I
Along
did
with
Muay Thai,
jiu-jitsu?
what?
You with jiu-jitsu, Muay
yes.
Thai, you know.
Jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, yes.
All right, maybe you could fuck.
yo, so when I did Muay Thai, right? When I did Muay Thai, it felt like actually I was just putting on the glove, right? Even throwing elbows and shit like that. Like the only thing was the kicks. The kicks are really because I was a little awkward with it. But I played soccer back in the day, so it
Yes,
kind of
yes,
helped
yes.
me one way, right?
Yes.
Just the lefty. But when I did Muay Thai, doing the elbows and shit, it felt natural to me because I did boxing. I don't know. I just feel like if you do boxing, if you go to Muay Thai, it can help you out. It just like it makes it easier.
That's what
If you do
that's what I'm
boxing and
thinking
go to
too.
Muay Thai-
I feel like boxing applies to an extent to Muay Thai as well. Like to a certain extent, I
Not
would
so
say.
much though, but
To
it
a
does.
certain
It helps
extent.
you out.
No,
Distance.
it definitely does.
It
The
helps
way
you out.
the way you calculate distance, that applies to Muay Thai too.
Yeah, but Muay Thai is so much more than just
Timing.
kicks, if you think, right? Because
Timing.
there's kicks, spinning back elbows. You got different types of elbows. You know what
Timing.
I'm saying? Yeah.
All right, guys, real quick. Y'all want to watch it? Hold on. Yeah, I'll show
Let's
it.
go.
I'll
Let's
show
watch it, bro.
Hold on. So let me
What
just,
we
let me just
looking
real
at?
quick. Let me hype up the fighter real quick. All right, my boy Junior Ernie. All right, this dude right here. He's a competitor. He's fucking great. Gets mad W's. Muay Thai boom. You can see him right here.
Which one is you?
Here. No, that's him. That's him right here.
Oh, okay.
So this is the guy that I first sparred with. That guy in the red. He's my first spar ever.
The guy in the red.
Yeah.
You try to do that, bro? Come on, bro.
I mean, I can't throw a kick like these guys.
I've done that too.
Yeah, I definitely can't trip
That's
them like
classic sweep city, bro. Basic shit, basic fundamentals.
So it's safe to say that I will fuck up John Trejos in a real fight.
What?
That's yet to be seen, but
All right, so yo, imagine, bro. It's literally my second day in this gym, and I'm going up against this
That's a nice
motherfucker.
little setup for a podcast right there too.
This just looks pretty dope. No, but he's great, bro. He's very active. He fights a lot.
So you got a clip with this guy.
He's very good. Yeah, I got a clip with this guy right here. Hold up. All right, so this is my first fight. My first spar, not a real fight. He was obviously taking it super easy on me, bro, because he's not trying to kill me either.
So he was working with you.
Yeah, but like I didn't like, listen.
I think I've seen this one before.
This is my second time in the gym, bro, and it's like I don't know anybody like that. You know what I'm saying? So I was just trying to call out like whoever I could call out,
You
and
called
like
out the top guy.
and I happened to call out the fucking top guy, bro. So all I knew was Taekwondo at this point. I didn't do nothing about striking.
You didn't know anything about jiu-jitsu?
And I knew about jiu-jitsu.
Okay,
I was a blue
jiu-jitsu
belt
and
in jiu-jitsu.
taekwondo.
Yeah. So just taekwondo and jiu-jitsu.
You know how long it takes to get? No,
That's
that
all I
doesn't
know.
take that down.
How much of this?
How long did it take?
Gio,
for
how
you
much
blue
of this
belt?
do you know?
Blue belt, a
How
year
long
and a
did it
half.
take you?
A year and a half, yes.
Yeah, okay.
And then Taekwondo, I trained for a year too.
To get a black belt, bro, we're talking about like
How much of this?
15 plus.
How much of this do you know?
Right? I would say, right? How much you say? 15 plus for a black belt?
Black belt, 10 plus years.
10 plus years. Okay. 15 plus. Because, my boy that I work with, nothing about, but he's a black belt jiu-jitsu. But go ahead.
Okay.
How much of this do you know?
How much of that? I got to see it, though.
No, like you.
Yeah, show me that taekwondo shit, you know.
So awful, bro. I hate myself. Oh, this is
How long
so
ago was
cringe.
this?
This is so cringe. This is like, I don't even know, bro. Like
All right.
3 years ago.
How long ago was
All right,
this?
so I will
Like,
fuck
all right,
up. I will
so-
fuck up Jesus in a street fight.
Yeah, bro.
Except if we
Hold
agree to not
on.
wrestle.
Let's talk about this.
This was 3 years ago, guys. This was not recent.
No,
This was 3 years ago. This was we upgraded.
You got to show me
they
a recent.
upgraded
What's your name?
gyms
You
and
got to
everything.
show.
What's your
You
name?
got to show us a recent clip.
Jesus, yeah.
Alright.
You got to show us a recent clip.
What do you mean? No, I'm showing you the first day. No, this. I'm showing you what jujitsu can do first day against a Muay Thai guy.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright? That's what I'm trying to show
Oh,
you.
but
This
when
is
you
what I'm
gonna
trying
when
to
you
show
gonna grapple?
Right now.
Oh, okay, that's what I was
Showing us
okay.
right now, bro.
Oh, this fucking.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro.
Come
Well,
on, bro. Relax.
what you talking about? This cable was like literally like on it.
Yeah, I know. I literally have to fucking switch this cable. Shit, it's fucking stupid. Oh no.
Dale.
All right, cool. All right, let me get to it. I'm gonna skip through because the dude was pretty much kicking my ass. He was beating my ass, fucking me up.
Why are you ragdolling
boom,
yourself?
Why don't you?
Take
There you
down.
go. There you go.
That's it.
Done deal.
Nice stuff, buddy.
Done deal, bro.
There you go.
Remember what I said? Done deal. Oh wait,
all
this
it
guy
takes.
knows his shit too, though.
He knows some shit too. He
Wait,
knows some shit too.
is he strictly Muay Thai?
But he's more Muay Thai. He knows a little bit of ground game. He knows how to defend himself.
I don't know, bro. I've never been taken down
at
like
this
that.
moment, bro, trust me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how easily I'll bump out of that
You
one.
got the side control, right?
Yeah.
Look, keep looking. So yeah, side control, boom, moving right into full mount.
Look at that. That's
Immediately
it.
stepped up.
Pretty much done right there.
Boom here.
Oh, shit.
The only thing I never done it with the gloves before, so it's a very different feeling.
Oh, he's going. Okay.
Why didn't you go for like a choke or something? Go to the
All right,
slide.
so
Then he flips me over.
Oh, shit.
Hold on, I want to watch this. I love watching you grappling, bro.
Oh, shit. Ground and pound for my guy. Ground and pound. I want to see that ground and pound.
Wait, is your leg? Do you have a?
Those hurt,
legs
bro.
locked on him?
Those hurt.
Oh, okay.
Those little jabs he's throwing on my side, them shits is annoying.
I got the best angles, bro. I got the best angles.
Yo, right there, bro.
Let me see that ground and pound, doggy. Come on, tap him. Tap him in the face.
Look, you have his arm. Triangle that motherfucker right there.
I couldn't. Bro, it's the gloves. I couldn't get any grips. Any I couldn't hold them. It's such a weird feeling. Also, I was gassed. Right here, I was gassed. Right there when he jumped on me like that.
Crazy how fighting gets you gassed right quick, right?
nah, I can imagine. You get me like that, I'm gonna get gassed like probably pretty quickly. Yeah.
It's very, very quickly.
You get me in that. But my argument.
Pretty much right here, I just got a little.
My argument is, would you be able to get me there?
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
I think he would.
I am absolutely.
That's the argument for me. What if you got? What?
I think in the beginning, Geezus was trying to keep it above ground. Like
Jesus gets caught. Jesus
trying
gets
to keep it
caught.
up there.
Jesus gets caught while he's coming in. I mean, I don't know. If you get me there,
I
you
get
get me there. You fucking
I'm
kill
just
me.
a firm believer in jiu-jitsu, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, I can definitely take a shot.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm not. It's not with you. It's with like the sport itself. I just feel like boxing is like a more effective than
but
what we're saying.
I'm a very effective leg kicker.
Yeah.
Like I kick the shit out of legs. I actually have a gym right here. We can go to right after this. I'll show you with a bag and everything.
I've been kicked with holding the pads for people back and forth, like like
Yeah.
how they do in training and shit like that. So I can tell you, like, if that shit was to hit me without pads,
Yeah. Also, have you guys
probably
ever been leg kicked before?
not without the pads holding it for somebody.
Okay, yeah. No, we do that.
Oh, matter of fact, but
we do
you
no
ever done
pads.
like light sparring,
Like-
back and forth type of shit, light sparring back and forth.
Yeah, no, we do that all the time.
Okay, yeah, that. But like
Yeah.
with bad intentions, no.
No, never.
I have never been kicked bad intentions.
Never. So basically, look, like the guys in the gym, like they'll try to experiment. They'll try to do. I've been hit by a kick with like this guy who just does crazy spins and shit. He literally jumped off the fucking wall, did a spin, hit me like 2 times, bro. I was still good, but again, we do it enough so we know we're not gonna knock somebody out, but enough so you feel it, so that you can respect it and learn from it. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not. Like they could easily fuck me up, like
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? My boy,
it's a gym. Nobody really, like,
we're there to help learn each other. We're not trying to turn people away by fucking them up or trying to make anybody up. Yeah, we work with each other. So it's like we know what level we want to go at. We'll also ask the new person, like, yo, like they try to do this level system where it's like, oh, are you level 1, level 2, level 3? Level 1 is like I'll call out the punches that I'm calling out. What?
How long you did Muay Thai?
Muay Thai? Like 2.5 years, like on and off. I was very shaky with Muay Thai and boxing. I wasn't really.
What about jiu-jitsu?
Completely committed. Jiu-jitsu, I was 1 year and a half. 1 year and a half.
What right now currently though? What's your current experience with it?
With jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
I literally don't even practice it anymore.
Why?
What? So I did it with Vitor Shaolin in the city. On like Vitor Shaolin. He's like a legendary name in like the jiu-jitsu community.
I know the Gracies and all that shit, but not the Vitor.
So he's not a Gracie. He obviously got his belt under a Gracie. Hold on, maybe I don't think you're gonna know him though.
Okay.
But Eddie Bravo, anybody that's
he works for Eddie Bravo.
Yeah, no, what?
He works with Eddie Bravo.
He knows him. I'm sure he knows him.
Okay.
Yeah, he's trained Jose Aldo too for actually when he was fighting Conor McGregor.
He was working with him.
Yeah, he was working with him. They went to his gym and he trained there. Jose Aldo trained there and shit like that.
Are we making this too much about fighting, bro? That's gonna
Probably I don't know, but we can cut some shit out. Don't even worry about it. Either way, it's fucking interesting conversation.
No, it was good.
Yeah,
bro, that was
who would win again in a fight? All right, a boxer.
If we ever have a
jiu-jitsu,
fight,
taekwondo.
that's a good promotion right
I
there.
know if it was a street fight, he will fuck you up.
I don't know, but all I'm saying is that back and forth right there, that's a close.
Also,
But
I don't know how good his boxing is.
I feel like me and you have a street fight. I'll probably have the edge. Only because I can
Bro,
defend
how
myself.
much jiu-jitsu do
bro,
you
okay,
know?
wait, fuck the jiu-jitsu. Have you guys ever been kicked in the leg? In the legs?
Yes, yeah,
I
no.
told you this.
We haven't.
Never
Yeah,
with
we
that
told you.
intention.
You've never. Oh, bro, no. So okay, so we do something called Iron Body on some days, which is pretty much like because my sensei he did Kyokushin karate, which is, you guys know Kyokushin karate is? It's basically like a form of karate where you don't punch each other in the face, but you just use fists and you just go hard on the legs.
When it comes to karate, taekwondo, I don't know.
And on the body. But it's,
you punch each other's legs?
You kick each other's legs and you punch each other like in the chest. Like
okay, but you never go on like the chin or
But you just don't go on
right?
the face, yeah.
Okay.
So basically you're conditioning the body, right?
Right.
So and you know what I'm saying? Like you can throw like elbows, like, like clash elbows and shit. It's like a very hard form of like martial arts that's like not even really commonly practiced nowadays. So there are certain days that we do an iron body challenge where we literally just put our hands up, and then we have a technique where we just hit each other in the chest, hit each other on the sides.
The stomach too?
Yeah, in the stomach, kick each other on the ribs.
Imagine to work on the abs and stuff like that.
Kick each other on the legs and everything.
I don't know if that will work on the
You know what I'm
boxing
saying?
where you hit me in the face, bro.
What do you mean? Yeah, I mean, no. Boxing, obviously, you got to go for the face, the chin, etc.
And then when we do promotions, and then there's also days like, like every week, my sensei, he tries to change it up. So we'll literally just focus on kicks one day.
Yeah.
We'll focus on just a jab one week, and switching to southpaw the other week. He's really good at like mixing it up and making sure your fundamentals are good on like every aspect.
Right.
So that's why I fucking like love Striking 101. And they also just, like, I think like before you ever even start, like you're just so timid. I was just so timid to like get punched. I'm just like, no, I just got to go in there and do it. And I've seen so many new people who probably don't even look like they belong in a gym, like just go in there and train, and they literally just come out like killers, bro. It's fucking crazy.
What, after the first spar, or like after some time of training?
After some time in
There's
the
people
gym.
that
Yeah,
gym
some of them have
1 or 2
They just
months.
have the heart sometimes, man, to actually like get in there, get some
it's just
experience
consistency.
sparring. Yeah, exactly.
It's that, and then you need to have good training partners though, because we're sparring like once a week, every week.
You work with high level guys, or you go with guys
Mix
like
it
on
up.
your level.
We go with everybody.
You go with
So,
everybody.
we try to go with everybody. We try to mix it up because, like sometimes you go hard, sometimes you'll go soft. Same thing with jiu-jitsu when you're doing the rolls at the end. You're doing like 30-minute rolls. You're going with black. I used to go to all level classes, so I used to go with black belts. I used to go with purple belts. I used to go with blue belts. Sometimes I'll start off with some blue belts
30-minute rolls,
and then
like
dip my way into a purple belt. 30-minute rolls is just like you're rolling back to back every 3 minutes.
Oh, okay. I was going to say 30-minute straight roll. I'm like, damn.
No. You'll do out. So when you're doing the blue belt test, you're going 30 minutes straight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you're going every minute. You switch up with a fresh person. Fresh person. You're going with everybody in the gym. Fresh person every minute. Yeah, you start off with all the white belts, then blue belts, then purple belts, then brown belts, then black belts.
Right.
Literally, it's fucking torture, bro. It is fucking torture.
I don't know. Well, what's up? Talk to me. What's next?
But all right. Just to get away from all the
that
whole
fighting, bro. I feel like we made it all about fighting, bro. That I feel bad for.
I got all night, bro.
All right, don't even stress it, bro. We can make this the first 2 hour podcast. But anyways, all right, cool. So there was a fight this week, right? The Logan Paul versus Mayweather fight, the one that just happened last night. All right. I really want to know your thoughts on it before I even talk about it. You guys are the Fight Talk podcast. I want the scoop. I want the sneak peek.
Yeah, I can start here.
Dale.
I mean, okay, Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul, man. I think Mayweather is 44 years old. We got to consider this too. Logan Paul is 26 years old. Mayweather slowed down. It's obvious that Father Time is catching up to him. He can't fight anybody high level at this point because he's probably going to get clipped and lose. But I thought Logan Paul did a great job, man. People are saying that it was fake, that, Mayweather dragged it. You could pull up the clip. He fucking caught him in like, what round was it? It's like the 3rd or 4th round, I think he clipped him. It looked like Mayweather carried him, but he kept them back up. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, you're saying that he did a great job, right? I feel like the thing that he could have worked on, that it's not really that hard to work on when you go out and, train, is work on your fucking cardio, bro. Because homeboy seemed to get tired.
I mean, bro, he lasted 8 rounds.
Yeah, he worked.
Logan Paul lasted 8 rounds, not just the fighter.
When did he start showing that wearing, like, that he was tired already early? Like, in I would say towards the end of the 3rd round and after, he was already tired. You know what I'm saying? So, So after the 3rd round, any other boxer would still be somewhat fresh, you can say.
He did land a better shot at Mayweather than Conor McGregor. Like you could just tell those shots were more effective than the one in the Conor. Conor McGregor was pity potting like every shot. Do you remember the Conor McGregor Floyd Mayweather fight?
Yes.
Listen, when it comes to boxing, actually winning rounds and shit like that, I feel like Conor McGregor did better than Logan Paul. But people are saying that Logan Paul did better just because he lasted.
My last question is, who do you think won? Who won that fight?
I think Mayweather won the fight.
You think Mayweather won that fight? I think I'm
You're
going
fucking
hard
crazy.
out.
You're gonna
Logan
say
Paul won that fight.
Nah.
Here's why. I know. I know. Everybody's like, yo, what the fuck? Why? How the fuck did Logan Paul? No, I'm fucking serious.
You
I am so fucking serious.
You gotta cut this clip.
Logan Paul won in more ways than one. Not just the fight. He won like pretty much the whole fucking venue, bro. All right. Do you guys follow Logan Paul? Do you guys watch any Logan Paul's?
Yeah, I watch Impulsive.
You watch Impulsive and all that shit?
I watch Impulsive.
Bro, so the thing, just bear in mind, like the thing that he's been going through, right? Everything he's been going through, the whole Tokyo situation.
Wait, so we're not talking about the fight.
No, are we talking about who won the fight? I'm gonna get there. I'm building it up. I'm building up the momentum. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Point is, this motherfucker's been through a fucking lot, bro. The whole fucking world doubted him. I fucking doubted him. I fucking said mad times, I'm like, yo, Mayweather's gonna knock this motherfucker out in this fucking fight.
So
all right.
Okay.
All right. Now just jumping straight into the fight. All right. This motherfucker, Mayweather, started. I was gonna put money down for like $200 that Logan takes the first round. Why? Because Mayweather always gives up the first round.
I would have made that bet.
You would not take that bet?
I would have made that bet.
I would have made that bet.
That's a safe bet.
Anybody who make that bet.
Mayweather's a slow starter. Yeah,
that's a safe bet. That bet wasn't available from my fucking bookie. But either way, fucking, I wanted to take that fucking bet because it's what Mayweather is known to do. Right. The second round, again, he was kind of doing the same thing, kind of trying to figure him out, trying to gas him out or whatever. Right. So Logan Paul takes the first 2 rounds, right? Then the third round, Mayweather obviously takes that fucking round because he's pushing forward, he's going in. You know, the fourth round, the fifth round, I don't know who you guys want to go for that. I don't care who
I feel like that was the beginning of what the whole fight was going to look like.
So the last 2 rounds, 7th and the 8th round, bro, like who was landing more? I saw Logan Paul landing more. I saw Logan Paul putting in more pressure. That dude was fucking tired, bro. Mind you, this motherfucker, this is his second fight.
Tired is not good.
Yeah, no, I know it's not good. This is his second fight, bro. He's only been training 3 years.
But you cannot give him credit for his other fights or his life, his real life in this fight.
What do you mean you cannot give him credit, bro?
You think Logan Paul beat Mayweather?
Logan Paul beat Mayweather, bro.
You think he genuinely beat Mayweather?
He beat fucking Mayweather at his own.
Hold on, we're not absorbing this right now. We're not absorbing this correctly right now. Do you understand what he's saying right now?
Yeah, I know what he's saying.
Hold on, just take a step back.
How he's explaining it.
He's saying Logan Paul beat Mayweather. Motherfucker, hold on. Hold on.
Okay.
Go ahead, bro.
I think Mayweather. Okay, I do give you guys like points in certain parts. I think Mayweather, a lot with the fight had to do with size. He's basically fighting a fucking heavyweight.
No.
He's fighting a heavyweight.
Fuck the size. The size didn't make a difference.
It did.
But in reality, bro, where the reality was, right? The observation everybody made and the observation that I've made, even practicing or whatever, is that when you're experienced, like Mayweather's experienced, the best ever, size is not a factor to Mayweather, especially for a guy who's been only training for 3 years.
But we're not talking about a 25-year-old Mayweather. We're talking about a 44-year-old Mayweather.
It doesn't matter.
Your reason for
it makes sense.
Your reason for Logan Paul winning the fight is everything but what happened in the fight.
No.
You're talking about how Logan Paul's career and his Tokyo situation, Mayweather's past, Mayweather's this.
I'm building it up because,
what happened
like I said,
he's just saying it for the content.
I'm definitely saying for the content. I'm building it up, but he, and my point is that he won in more ways than one. Right, in more ways than one, because at the end of the day,
but that wasn't
you know what I'm
question.
saying. You can talk. My point. I said who won the fight.
That was,
all right.
Yeah.
There's no judges, bro. There's no judges in that fight. This is not a regular boxing fight. All right. This is a celebrity boxing fight. All right. Okay. So that's why I'm saying Logan Paul won in more ways than one, and I think he actually won that fight. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. Okay.
There's no judges to sit here and say, oh hey, Mayweather won this by points, blah blah blah.
So what
you can't really categorize that fight by points or blah blah blah.
He's not scoring it on points like what we thought he was saying.
He's
scoring it.
You can't go by that.
He's scoring it based off of the dynamic of the whole event. Everything. Logan Paul took the W in the event based off of like how the fight went.
Yes,
so basically, it's not who won that fight, right?
But he did win that fight.
He didn't win the fight. Okay,
No,
if we're actually
did win that
scoring,
fight,
all right,
though.
He
George,
didn't say he won
George,
the fight.
hold on. I was fucking defending you, bro, for the concept.
But you're
And then you realize he
I
fucked
was
up.
like, wait, he's fucking actually scoring
But
it.
that's the exact point I'm trying to make too, because you can't sit here and go by points because there's no judges there. This is not a boxing
But you
fight.
can still score
This
it.
is not a professional boxing fight that you have to sit here and
But
go.
you can still score just
George,
because
you can
there's
still
no
score-
judges.
bro, you
it
can
doesn't
still-
mean you can't judge.
You can still score the fight. Like we all have eyes. Like, you know, there's
when
ways.
you watch other boxing fights, you always be like, I had it 6 rounds to 6 is pretty
I
much
agree
even.
with you the way I mentioned it.
We
the
can
event.
also do that.
Yeah. All right. Now, if you were sitting here and breaking down the fight by fight, you think Mayweather really won like that whole fight? And also, do you think he was even fighting seriously? I don't think he was taking it seriously at
There was
first.
8 rounds
I don't
in
think he
that
was-
fight.
I don't think
And
he's taking it
wouldn't-
seriously
No,
at
of course
first.
not. He doesn't
You know
fight
what I'm
like
saying?
that when he's fighting serious.
No,
Yeah,
Since
no.
Conor McGregor, he hasn't
Absolutely
been fighting
Ever
serious.
since honestly, he looked the same as the Conor McGregor fight. To be honest with you,
So he was trying to take it in that same, I think, game plan. And you can see the game plan, right? Where he was like, yo, let him come forward. Let him burn himself out. Let me see what he's got. Let me see his power. Let me test all that. That's a very Muay Thai thing to do, right? Where a lot of Muay Thai fighters, I don't know if you know that, but first round, first 30 seconds, they're testing themselves. They're not throwing.
That's when the size.
They're trying to see something.
That's when the size comes in, though. That what we're talking about. That's when the size played a factor in the fight as to why he couldn't go. That was his intentions of going through that plan, but it didn't move forward because what I think it was, you know, a lot has to do with Logan Paul's 26 years old.
Yes.
Mayweather's 44 years old. The youth alongside with the size advantage. I thought even though he's not a boxer, that was the thing that didn't allow Mayweather to actually knock him out by going through that with that approach.
My thing is, I don't think it had anything to do with age, bro, because I can tell you right now, bro, like 26, 44 does not matter when you're experienced as Mayweather, bro. When you're the best boxer ever, even with the size advantage and everything, bro, like if you were to step in a ring with my sensei right now, like he's a fucking 45-year-old dude, he can go with any single one of his A1 fighters and he'll fuck them up.
I mean, he won the fight. Mayweather
You know what I'm
won the
Who
fight.
the fuckers are A1 fighters though? That's what I'm
What?
trying to say. Like,
Like the fighters you just saw right now.
yeah, but if you
know
put
what I'm saying?
Mayweather with like a top prospect right now, or even a top contender for the belt, or even a champion right now,
You think
it's
Mayweather
not
would
gonna
win?
look so good.
No, it's not. And that's my point is Logan Paul, that's the person he's fighting, has 3 years. No experience.
I know, but
no
you compare,
professional
saying
fighting.
Your sensei
right?
old enough.
So
he
then
can go.
it would make sense that Mayweather should have easily knocked out Logan Paul.
So you're saying the youth doesn't matter. He should have
Right.
knocked him out anyways.
He should have fucking knocked him out anyways. He should have, but he didn't. Why? Because he was trying to put on a show at first, right? He was trying to put on the show. He underestimated Logan Paul's will, Logan Paul's size, Logan Paul's wrestling, Logan Paul's boxing.
what do you say?
Logan
Because
Paul's pushing forward.
That fight, it felt like this. It felt like in the beginning he was testing him out because at the end of the day, you don't want to go straight for the knockout
Exactly.
on Logan Paul in the first 2 rounds.
and
because
those
he's gonna be strong.
and those
That's the
test rounds
strongest
and those
he's
test
been.
rounds. Logan Paul won those test rounds, right?
Oh, but that's the strongest he's gonna ever be. Is in the beginning rounds, right?
Yes.
So your Mayweather has experience. Why would you try to go for the knockout and go at somebody when that's the strongest he's ever
The
been?
youth didn't affect the outcome, but it affected, I believe, the way the fight went down as far as like
Yes.
the way he beat him.
Yes, as a strategy.
Yes.
The strategy, the show, the entertainment, all that for sure.
But you're saying he would have knocked him out. I think that had also, I thought the youth was something that played a part to that.
I think no,
I believe it was. And
Because-
I will say this, even like, fuck, Logan's Paul, he's been doing this for 2-3 years.
Can we just say Mayweather wasn't the Mayweather that we've seen him box, like the way he always boxes?
No, because
that was
it was
not
a different
that was
style.
Exactly.
It was basically the same style of Mayweather that
Exactly.
he gave us.
Because it's Logan
with,
Paul. It's not
Conor
like
McGregor.
a real prospect, a boxer.
And that's
or something
why,
like that.
you know what I'm saying, like trying to sit here and judge it like numerically and score. It's hard to really do that.
I agree with
a
that.
guy who's
Yeah.
not really, who wasn't really trying to be serious about it, right?
You can't judge the Conor
Exactly.
McGregor fight.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, you can't really. I mean, Conor McGregor got TKO'd. He got outworked. He got outsmarted. He got outplayed.
But Mayweather
He got
doesn't fight like
outgamed.
that either. Like those are two like out of character fights for Mayweather.
Exactly.
You know how he fights? The way he fought with Pacquiao, the way he fought with Canelo,
the way he fought with Canelo,
Maidana,
you know what I'm
all
saying?
these guys.
And those were also when he was young, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
if you were to put him up against the Canelo right now, like Mayweather's not gonna do well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And
he'll get knocked
and the
out,
fact
probably.
that and my point is
Mayweather would never take a fight with Canelo. Right
my
now.
point is my real point is Logan Paul lost when Mayweather lost when he didn't knock out Logan Paul. When
Yes.
he let them go, when he let him go those 8 rounds,
That's why
Logan Paul took the W. Bro.
That's why I think he lost the event too. Like
Exactly.
he lost the story of the
Exactly.
fight. The story of the fight, he took the L.
Exactly.
Mayweather took the L. It hurt. I believe it's a fight that hurt his legacy.
But I feel like that's wrong because you're not making it a fair fight. You're making it basically like, oh, based on your past and who you are, you have to do this in this fight. If not, you lose. Like, how is that even fair?
What do you mean? Like, because if he was taking it like a real fight, then he would have knocked them out. You know what I'm saying? Early, like why is he trying to entertain people?
Yeah,
right?
but maybe Mayweather, that's the fight he wanted to win. That's how he wanted to win.
Do you think
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's how he tried.
I'm sure if the knockout was there,
you guys think this fight hurts the sport of boxing?
Yeah, but I'm sure if the opportunity was there, he would have took advantage of it. But he didn't.
He
right?
tried to. No, he tried to, but he couldn't, bro. He just wasn't. Logan Paul was just
I don't
better
feel like that
at
he
that
couldn't
moment.
because
You know
you're
what I'm saying?
expecting somebody that's very smart at what he does to be like, yo, just go stupid and go for the knockout.
Did he not? Did Mayweather not miss?
Fuck if he catches you, just go.
He missed.
He missed.
Do we see him miss often?
I mean, he's
not
not really
really
accurate because he holds his punches. You know, he throws and he lands more than he throws because he's, he doesn't,
Is this the worst Mayweather we've ever seen?
Huh?
Yes, he's 44 years old. Bro,
Yes, right?
He's 44 years old.
That's my point. Logan Paul fucking won.
He didn't win, but
he won the fight.
He didn't win, but he didn't knock him out because he's fucking 44 years old.
I don't know. Like if you want to talk fights, I can only talk about that fight. I can't talk about anything else around it and then decide the winner of that fight because of it.
And that's why for me it was also like kind of hard to wrap my head around like the whole idea of like Logan Paul, like me trying to say it because like you guys are really a lot more into like scoring and points and all that shit. And I'm like, naturally people would do that. Naturally people would gravitate towards that. And like even watching the fight, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, it's so hard to sit here and judge somebody who didn't really take it that seriously, but then kind of got just very surprised.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he even said it after the fight. He was like, dude, I was not expecting that from this guy at all.
Am I wrong? 6-2, that's how I scored it.
In favor of Mayweather, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
6 rounds?
6-2.
I would go 5-3, maybe. 5-3, maybe.
5-3.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, am I wrong?
I'm also not good with like sitting here
because
and
you're
like
making me
marking
question
shit down.
how the fuck I seen the fight. Like this guy's telling me like, Mayweather went to this high school, give him a point.
You know what I'm thinking too? I think Mayweather bet on himself.
But you see,
and I think this is the way he made money. I think this is the reason why maybe he could have took it like 8 rounds.
at the end of the day, they both fucking won money wise, bro. They both fucking won money wise, right?
Okay.
And my thing is also like that whole legacy aspect. Like, yeah, and this is, I guess, apart from the fight, in just in a more eventful kind of way, where Logan Paul did win, where he literally had this biggest comeback in a short 3 years, where
Since
everybody hated him.
I was watching him since that point, right? Even though before that,
when with the whole Tokyo thing happened.
yeah.
I literally saw that thing, and I never liked Logan Paul. I was never like into him. I saw a Tokyo thing. I was like,
You know
oh
what
shit,
it is? It's
that's
because
kind
if
of
you would have
silly.
watched Logan Paul before that, and you would have, I watched a few months before that, so I was like, because I admired his editing.
Yes.
Right? So when I started watching his show, I was like, oh, this is good editing. So
The
I watched
editor's
the next
crazy.
one. I watched the next one. I was like, oh, this is good editing. That's really why I was watching it, right?
Yes.
And then that Tokyo thing happened, right? So, but at that point, I already knew who Logan Paul was, and I knew he was the nicer Paul. You know what I'm saying? He was the more cooler, the more like human.
He was
could
a
say,
smarter
right?
one.
Yeah,
He was a smarter one.
So
bro.
so I couldn't really like hate him because of that fucking moment. I know that it was an honest mistake.
I think they
Exactly.
could potentially set up
Exactly.
a second fight.
Exactly.
A lot of people that were against Paul, like, saying to cancel him,
Yeah.
were really just like people that were using his name to try to like, promote their shit.
Yes.
I think they're setting up a second fight.
I don't think, because Logan Paul has been saying that if he wins the fight, which in his head he did win the fight, he's gonna retire and take the
MMA. That's what he said he would do.
But he did win that.
and
Mayweather.
never give Floyd Mayweather the rematch. And then he went on the press conference and talked about taking the MMA, going to, also the president of Bellator sat here and was like, yo, we would love to have you here in the MMA ring.
Like
Pull
who?
up.
Like
But
who?
let's
The
think
president
about
of
it.
Bellator.
Let's
Like
think
who?
about
Like
it
who?
right now.
What do you mean, like who?
Who said they love to have who?
Logan Paul.
But let's think about one
the
thing.
MMA ring.
This is
I
one
would
thing
love
that
that.
matters, though.
I would love that.
What would make the most money out of all those things you mentioned? Fighting Floyd Mayweather again. That would make the most money.
Bro, that's
Yeah,
not
no.
gonna happen,
It
bro.
would
What
make
fuck?
it would make the most money, but there's also a lot more money to be made.
Yeah, but
like
that's not gonna happen
from
with Mayweather,
him.
bro.
You don't think it's
What?
gonna happen?
Mayweather won't do it again.
No,
Why
Mayweather,
not?
No,
Why wouldn't he do
Mayweather
it
has the
again?
most reason to do it.
Yeah,
again.
What?
He would not do it again. Like, who would?
Why?
You
why
think
would he
Floyd
not do
Money
it, bro?
Mayweather
He
wouldn't do it
lost.
again?
He lost against him, bro.
You still with that loss?
No,
He did not lose, bro.
He
No,
didn't lose against him.
I'm
but-
with I'm with that, bro. Listen,
He did.
did Mayweather look disappointed? when
Reason
he was
why
talking?
he would not do that
I
again.
think they both look like they made a lot of money.
But did Mayweather
Listen.
come out talking confident like he always does? Like, yo, I got this. You know, it is what it is.
Listen,
It's not a day in
was
the
confident.
life.
the
He was
reason why
confident.
he would not
Yeah.
want that again is because we have to watch the fight and
was admirable.
want a rematch. We have to watch the fight and be like, wow, they have to fight again. We have to watch that rematch, right? We did not watch that fight and be like, yo, a rematch has
This
to
is
happen.
why I think the rematch would happen because it would
Hell no,
it would
bro.
sell a lot of money. The rematch, it would make a lot of money.
Definitely less
it
than
would
the
probably give them a bigger payday too.
first. No, definitely
Why
less
would-
than the first.
Less than the first?
Yes,
Why?
yes.
A lot of
If
a shit ton of
Mayweather-
people
listen,
think he
if
won the
Mayweather-
Logan Paul won the
listen,
fight. Like,
if
hey,
Let me
Mayweather-
tell you. Let me tell you something.
he thinks Logan Paul won the fight.
All these internet YouTube fights, pay-per-view fights, right? Whatever. Like, the reason why we're in this space is because it's only going to keep growing. All right. There's no way it's going to be pushed back. Unless like, you know what I'm saying, like they do something fucked up, you know, like they get like the world to look at them differently. They're only going to have bigger and bigger and bigger fights, right? The technology is only like increasing in other parts of the countries. You know, they're really good at advertising, really good at marketing. They have a huge team around them. You know what I'm saying? So like the fights that are being promoted are only going to get bigger on their side. So I don't think like whoever they fight is really gonna push their money back down.
I would just say this.
You know what I'm saying? Like if there was a second fight, I don't think it would make less
I
money.
would say this: the rematch is not going to happen because there has to be a demand for it, and there is no demand for it. That's what I'm going to say.
for Floyd Mayweather.
To us, to boxing fans, there isn't a
Yeah,
demand.
I think
Purists,
But
I think in general,
to
there's
the
no
purists,
demand.
exactly. But
There
what
is no
about
demand,
what about the
bro.
demand to like casual fans, people that don't watch boxing, people that
Exactly.
are Logan Paul
Oh,
fans?
and nobody want to watch that again.
Bro, you're a boxing fan. You don't understand
It
that
doesn't- nobody-
market. Like
yes,
that
I do
market,
understand that market, bro.
that
Believe me, 'cause
market are like YouTube girls are like
I
fucking
want to
young
see
guys
that. I
that
want
want
to see Jake Paul versus Willie. I wanted to see Mayweather versus Logan Paul in the first. I understand that market,
Yeah.
right? I do, but nobody for it to.
But
be
you also want to see Francis Ngannou versus John Jones, right?
yeah.
But the PPV ain't there, bro. It ain't there. The money ain't there, bro. Nobody's
the
trying to give
money
him
is
money for
there.
that,
That
That's
money
bro.
is
something
not
that the
there for
fight.
You know what I'm
them.
saying?
That
but,
fight.
but is that money gonna do better at Logan Paul against some dickhead on the street? Is that pay-per-view gonna
I'll
do
give
better?
credit to Jake Paul and Logan Paul. That's what they're doing. They're giving a lot of recognition of
Yes.
maybe the bad things that are happening in UFC.
and it's for
the
bad
way,
reasons,
for
bro.
example, that
No.
they're not paying the UFC
Let me tell you
fighters.
this: the reason why Jake Paul is really saying shit like that, it's not really because he cares for the UFC fighters. It's not. It's because he has a thing
no.
versus Dana White.
Oh no,
Because
absolutely,
Dana White
absolutely. He's
basically
marketing.
disrespected him, like, oh, he's
Absolutely.
not a real boxer, he's not a real fight.
Absolutely.
And Jake Paul feels some type of way,
Absolutely.
right? And if I was Jake Paul, I would do the same shit. I would highlight that because I'm like, all right, you want to fuck with me, I'll fuck with you.
Uh-huh.
That's basically what we're seeing. So don't think it's because Jake Paul all of a sudden cares for UFC fighters. He doesn't. I mean,
It's not that he cares or not. He's dragging
Yeah.
the attention towards the
Exactly.
fact that they're not paying the fighters, and that's actually
yeah, but
once you start bringing attention
for the
to
wrong
certain
reasons,
things like
that's what I'm trying to
that.
say.
For the wrong reasons?
Yeah.
How?
Not for the reason that he wants these fighters to get paid more, but he wants to kind of like hurt Dana White for how Dana White been talking about him.
Whether
So no,
I don't give a fuck what the intentions
really,
are. That's a great thing that he's doing for dragging the attention towards that because
Yes.
Dana White, now people are gonna maybe start demanding that he pays them more. Francis Ngannou spoke up ever since that even happened. So
I'm not saying it's not a great thing or a bad thing what he's saying,
All right.
but I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
the
What are you
reasons.
saying?
The reasons why he's saying is not because what you think. You think, oh my God, this guy's an angel.
Doesn't
now.
matter.
No.
It
I
doesn't
think it's
matter.
marketing. I think it's a marketing. It's
He's
a
just
marketing.
selling
point.
him. He's
trying to
selling
shit on
himself.
Dana
He's selling
White.
it.
He's selling
That's what he's
himself.
doing because Dana
Yeah.
White said he's not a real fighter and shit like that.
But what's wrong
Jake
with
Paul
that?
is basically going the
There's nothing wrong with it.
Mayweather.
No, we love that, bro.
But I'm just saying
You're saying it's for the wrong
Jake
reasons.
Paul is going the Mayweather route. He's going
But I'm saying
the
if-
fucking Conor McGregor
If you're
route.
trying to
That's
pat
what
the
he's
guy in the
doing.
back, like, yo, yeah, he's good shit, Jake Paul. It's not for the right reasons that you're patting him in the back. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, whichever way it does happen or it doesn't happen, either way, like as long as it makes a difference, as long as I do think UFC fighters are underpaid. But here's the reason why I think UFC fighters are underpaid, right? And why I actually think they need to step their game up more than anything, right? Because Francis Ngannou tweeted or whatever,
Ngannou.
something, yeah, Ngannou.
Basically,
Ngannou.
yeah, he said
Hold on.
how the fuck a guy with a 0-2, 0-1 record.
He said It's crazy to think that Logan Paul, 0-1, just made $20 million on a boxing exhibition, and then he says, "What are we doing wrong?"
You've got guys that've been doing this for years, bro. These guys got in there like 2 years ago.
All right,
they're making way more money.
What are they doing wrong? Answer that question right there. What are they doing wrong?
All right, not what are they doing wrong. I'm gonna tell you. I'm okay. Fine. You know what are they doing wrong, right?
Okay.
Logan Paul and Jake Paul both decided to take a chance at life. Right? They went from Ohio. Was it Ohio? Cleveland, Ohio,
Okay.
and they flew to LA. Right?
Okay.
On a chance. Right? Let's see if this could work out. It's gonna pay out for us. And guess what they did? They did it. Basically, they made it. Right?
Yo,
now they're making money. They're making millions. Right? And they decided to take that chance, and they worked hard for it. I remember a video where Logan Paul said some shit where he was doing a Vine.
Yeah.
A Vine, and some girl was laughing at him or some shit. And they were laughing at him, talking about, "Oh, you're never gonna do nothing," and shit like that, right? And look where he is now, right?
Yeah.
So,
But what are the UFC fighters doing wrong? That's the question we're answering. Yeah.
What are they doing right?
No. The question is, what are the UFC fighters doing wrong? They're definitely doing something wrong.
White.
I'll tell y'all right now.
They're not
Dana
building
White.
a union, bro. Get a union, bro. That's what you got to do. Get all together. Right? All of you guys get together, decide what you want, right?
Okay.
Get a union representative, right? And basically with that guy or whoever it is or company, whatever it is, push for what you want. Other than that, you're not going to get what you want. Even if you're Francis Ngannou, you're John Jones, it don't matter who the fuck you are, Conor McGregor, it doesn't matter, you're just one person. But if you're everybody, you're everybody.
Union is one way. I think it's the weakest way, and I think it's the slowest way too, because it's relying on other people to do shit. Now, I'll tell you the fastest way right now. What's your opinion on what are they doing wrong? If they're doing anything wrong.
I don't think they are, man. I mean,
they're doing anything wrong?
They're doing their job. Their job is to fight.
All right.
Their job is to be a great fighter.
Okay.
I think it's mostly due to Dana White. Dana White's the one that needs to make the modification.
I actually don't think Dana White's doing anything wrong. I think he's a strong businessman and he's going to keep doing what he's got to do. And I think that if people want to sit here and complain about it, he's just going to find new fighters, new talent. The thing that UFC is so good at doing, and this is what Logan Paul, what Jake Paul, what Floyd Mayweather, what Conor McGregor, Israel Adesanya, Sean O'Malley, these guys that are really well known, like, you know what I'm saying, like good fighters and shit too. First, they're doing, all the UFC fighters, they're great fighters. They're professionals, you know what I'm saying? They put in work in the gym. What a lot of them are lacking though is that attention from people, right? It's the emotion, it's the emotional factor, right? What UFC is good at doing is building up that narrative.
That's why they're focused on building stars, making them stars.
Exactly. So Francis Ngannou, right? His thing,
he's a star already.
Right? He's a star, but he's like, why am I not getting paid $20 million? Here's why you're not getting paid $20 million, Francis Ngannou. No, not because you're not demanding it. Because, bro, are you building a YouTube channel? You know what I'm saying? Are you on social media trying to sit here and share your story?
Guys have sponsors.
Are you connecting with your audience?
All these guys have sponsors, though.
Yeah, everybody can have sponsors.
They're getting paid a shit ton. They're getting paid more from the sponsors at a certain point than what the UFC is paying them.
Exactly. No, and that's where you make your money. Brand awareness, signing with brands, sponsors. This is where the money is in the social media platform for anybody, for me, you, anybody, right? So when people are here like, yo, what am I doing wrong? Here's what you're doing wrong, Francis Ngannou. Israel Adesanya is building a fucking YouTube channel. I don't know if y'all know about that. Sean O'Malley has a YouTube channel, a Twitch channel. They have a bunch of different sources of income. All right, so they're not just focused on that UFC paycheck. That UFC paycheck is pretty much like a fucking stripper going to strip. You know what I'm saying? But then the stripper goes home, has an OnlyFans, so she got a second source of income. You know what I'm saying? Because she has people who are dedicated to following them. The same thing for Francis Ngannou, right? Or Israel Adesanya. Like they have a YouTube channel where, we get to connect with people. I'm actually putting in that work, creating that content.
You have people also like Paige Van Sant doing the same thing. She has her own version of the OnlyFans as well.
Exactly, and they're not complaining about money. You know what I'm saying? And my point is that the big thing that even the newest mixed martial artists, they have to understand that, you need to understand how to run your social media correctly, bro.
But that's the exchange that boxing and MMA has. It's the exchange, boxing, they get paid way more than MMA, but at the same time, you check their followers. But also, none of them are exceeding 1 million followers.
Exactly. But also boxing's been around a lot longer than MMA. Right? And MMA is catching up to that.
MMA is promoting these guys way more than what boxing is doing with their fighters.
Yes.
You have guys like Francis Ngannou. How many followers does he have? Millions. He could do what you're saying as far as like the sponsorships.
That's what I'm saying.
And make money
but he's not
out of that paycheck. So in exchange of the paychecks, what they're getting is exposure. Yeah. So use that. That's what the UFC fighters not getting paid need to do.
What do you mean? Like to use exposure?
Yeah,
to use that UFC exposure
for all those things
exactly,
you're
and that's what I'm
mentioning.
saying.
Those
that's
other
what Sean,
sources of income.
Exactly. That's what Sean O'Malley's doing. That's what
Shit,
Israel
that's what
Adesanya's
Conor
doing.
McGregor and Dustin Poirier
and guess
did
what?
with the sauce
How did Logan Paul make that 20 mil? Because he built up his YouTube platform. How did Jake Paul make that 20 mil?
I don't want to discount.
Exactly.
Listen, I don't want to discount Jake Paul or Logan
that's
Paul,
why
right?
That's why all these new guys, even the new guys coming up, they need to focus on building up their platform.
I don't want to discount Jake Paul or
just as
Logan
much
Paul.
as they're building up their skill set.
Right.
I don't want to discount Jake Paul, Logan Paul, right? But they did that. They built it up for themselves, right? And then they decided to fight, right? And because they got into fighting, and we're
which I would argue is even harder to do than just sitting here training in the gym every day. Building a platform and training in the gym. Which
the reason why we care about Ngannou, we care about all these other fighters is because of the fight game, right? So basically, they're doing what Jake Paul did, but backwards.
Exactly. But more people would watch him if they knew Francis Ngannou's story, because a lot of people don't even know Ngannou's story, and he has a great fucking story.
Let me tell you guys something though. That's not even boxing only. That's life in general. That's the new fucking generation. That's how you're making money in 2021. It's all about, the followers, the exposure, what you're doing with the content. As far
the brands,
as the brands,
sponsors.
What are you selling on top of that?
Listen, everybody that is successful in boxing,
look,
even in boxing or MMA, is because they're a brand themselves.
Exactly. Look at Conor McGregor.
This is why.
No. Look at Conor McGregor. This is the proper copper whiskey, right? The proper whiskey. Proper 12.
Dustin Poirier with the sauce.
Dustin Poirier with the sauce.
I'm not talking about branding. I'm talking about yourself. A brand. You know what I'm saying? Like Conor McGregor himself is a brand.
Yes.
Conor McGregor.
The McGregor Promotions.
Yeah, and Logan Paul,
Maverick
Jake Paul,
team.
they're a brand. I'm not talking about brand that they
guys
have.
are able
I'm talking
to do
about
that,
themselves.
No, yeah, but
they are the brand.
Exactly, but that's the brand they built. You know what I'm saying? So for me, for example, right? It's the Geezus show, right? I build this platform, right? I build it to whatever 1,000 followers, right? And then I go box, and there's a kid over here, you know what I'm saying, boxing his whole fucking life. But I make more money in my first fight as opposed to he did, and he put in a hell of a lot more work in the boxing game. But nobody fucking knows you. Why? Because you didn't fucking sit here and spend time on social media. You didn't sit here editing. You didn't show the world your story.
That's why that's why we're doing this.
Exactly.
Though. That's why you're doing this. That's why we do our shit too.
And that's why I want to push other people. Like Francis Ngannou asking, like, what are we doing wrong? And that's my response to it, is that like a lot of these MMA fighters who are bitching about like their money, they're not focusing on other sources of income, and they're not focusing on getting their story out there.
I wouldn't blame it on that, because I even though, besides the fact that that's kind of disrespectful to say, right? Like, oh, focus on yourself first before you start crying about shit.
It can be disrespectful, but it's true.
No, it's not. It's not true.
It is true,
it's
bro.
Not true, because your person. Let's say, let's pick anybody. Dustin Poirier, for example, right? Okay. Himself, what he's done for the UFC, how much work he's put in for the UFC, right? And where you are now, right? And you're fighting somebody like Conor McGregor, or you're fighting anybody else.
Fuck that. Why
be a championship fight?
Why is Dustin big right now? Because he's a fighter? No, bro.
He's Conor McGregor. I dare you.
Conor McGregor, bro.
Oh my God.
That's why he's fucking big.
You hear this guy?
You're gonna tell me no?
He said because of Conor McGregor, Dustin is big.
Bro, hold on. Why is Logan Paul a good boxer now? Because he just beat fucking Floyd Mayweather.
He's not a good boxer, though. What are you talking about?
Are you serious right now?
Fine. Why is he a prize fighter?
Because he's got the following.
Because he just fought Floyd Mayweather.
You're in with him.
That's my point.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my point.
No.
Wait, what's your point?
Okay, he's saying that why is he a prize fighter, right? He's a prize fighter not because he beat Logan Paul. It's because he is Logan Paul.
So why is Dustin Poirier a prize fighter? Because of his skill set?
He deserves to be a prize fighter more than what he is, because he put in that work for the UFC, right? He built it up. So those people that follow the UFC and know who the fuck he is, we the ones, he's supposed to get paid for that, because
I think the main point...
He does, but that alone doesn't get you the checks.
I think the main point we're trying to make here is that
it doesn't get you the checks. Okay, it doesn't make you. It doesn't give you that right to be like, this is why, right? But Dana White, who is the president of the UFC, right? He should be like, damn, okay, Dustin Poirier,
no, fuck that.
He's the main event of our fight, right?
Bro.
Okay, so this is how much we're making this fight. This is how much you should make.
No, fuck that, bro.
If it doesn't make business sense, why do it?
Yes, it doesn't, bro. If I was Dana White, I'd be doing the same moves he's doing, bro.
The incentives goes to the guys that generate the numbers, the money,
the people who generate the numbers, all right? And where are all these numbers? Where are these all these algorithms coming from? It's the people, bro. If the people don't care about your story, the people are not gonna buy your fight.
All right, but there's events where, for example, there was Dustin Poirier versus Justin Gaethje or some shit like that, right?
Okay.
Right? Where do you think that money, a lot of it, should have gone to?
All right. Well, let's go over why we like Justin Gaethje, right? Is because he's the one fucking person who sits here, moves forward, is a stand-up fighter who's not afraid to get his ass whooped and keep pushing. You know what I'm saying?
He's fan friendly.
And
people love him for being this stubborn like idiot in a ring. You know what I'm saying? And that's what gets the attraction out there, right? But Justin Gaethje, he's not out here posting shit on social media. He's not really being social media savvy, right? But Conor McGregor is. Dustin Poirier is, you know what I'm saying? They're taking that exposure they get from the UFC and they're like, okay, cool. I'm not going to bitch about my paycheck, whatever. Yeah, I don't want to pay me this. Fuck it. I'm going to make money here.
But had Conor McGregor not started that whiskey business, that would have been the fact. That was a factor that really set him up for freedom right there.
So that whiskey business literally made him the #1 paid athlete this year,
because as far as the exposure, what started all the exposure with Conor McGregor, like all the YouTube videos, like all that bullshit of him talking shit.
It's the story. It's because of the way the way he told the story, the way he acts, you know what I'm saying? The way he speaks, the way like every single clip that was made of him, you know what I'm saying?
So basically what he's trying to say
exactly.
He's trying to say, basically what you were trying to say before is like you gotta work for it before the Dana White starts paying you what you're worth, right? That's what you're saying?
You gotta work on being able, you gotta work on being an entertainer, right? So if you're on those press conferences, you better be saying some fucking, you don't have to say wild shit.
Not always.
My point is that like those clips, right? That's what gets the attention,
I understand what you're saying, and I agree to a certain point. Exactly. But I also feel like Dana White should pay his fighters what the fuck they bring to his event. Fuck what the fuck they bring outside. It's what it brings to your event.
Sometimes just having
but the whole outside
is what brings them in. I get that part, right? But besides that, right? Whoever tuned in towards that fight, let's say, example, 1 million people, whatever the fuck it is, whatever income generated from that fighter, they should get paid from that. Fuck whatever the fuck they bring outside. And I know what you mean. The fighter outside, they bring more people in. That's what you're trying to say, right?
Yes.
They bring more people in.
So it would make sense to pay them more.
Okay, so if they don't bring more people in, right? I'm just trying to say a good percentage from that event. Fuck if they didn't bring new people in, whatever that event.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why you like as a businessman,
bro. We trying to race, bro. Who gets more fucking?
No, I'm trying to take a piss. Honestly, I think I'll be right back.
You want to? All right, we'll take a quick break. That's
what I'm trying to do.